Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering questions about studying in Belgium. I got these questions from Femi K. Shout out to Femi K. And I'll go straight to the questions. The first question is, tell us about yourself, who you are and what you do. My name is Osas. I'm a digital marketer, currently a PRO student about to graduate. I'm a fun-loving person and I love dancing. Next question is, how is the cost of living compared to Nigeria? So the cost of living in Belgium, no doubt, because of the currency difference, is definitely higher in Belgium. Nigeria now, we know recently it's been a very hectic situation with the economy. Inflation is in an all-time high and people could barely get by, and that's the order of the day. Even the rich is complaining about the situation in Nigeria right now. But in Belgium, if you've got your hands, you've got your energy, you can do one or two things to get by. It's easier to get by in Belgium because of the stronger institutions that they have compared to in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you can be educated and have a master's or a bachelor's and still be jobless because we have very weak institutions and the system doesn't run as smoothly or as predictable as it should. The next question is, what's the biggest challenge you faced while studying abroad? The biggest challenge I faced while studying abroad has to be the cultural differences, the nuances in behavior and all that. So I've studied in two countries, Belgium and the UK, and I have to learn a new culture, relearn, unlearn. It's like a never-ending process, because when I first moved to Belgium, the culture was research. If you need to be taught, like practical teaching, you have to go do the work yourself, then come back and ask questions. You have to know the exact questions to ask before you are led. Compared to the UK, where it is really taught. I was surprised of how much they teach you here. In Belgium, you have to do a lot of research, especially in the master's program, of course. And then the way you talk to people, eye contact is necessary in some situations. While eye contact is considered very creepy in other situations. I used to think people just wink at you to say hello sometimes in Belgium. And then I realized that, okay, maybe they're being flirty. But another example is, if somebody smiles at you in Belgium, they have that. They automatically get a very big smile in their face. It doesn't necessarily mean that they want to chill, hang out, say hi, be friends or whatever. It's just the way of life there. Or if somebody's frowning at you in London, doesn't mean that they hate you. They don't engage like that. Next question, what's the most exciting thing you've experienced in a new country so far? The most exciting thing that happened to me in Belgium would be the transition from COVID-19 lockdown to non-COVID-19 lockdown. So I started studying in 2020 and immediately I entered the country. It was like cricket sounds everywhere. There was nobody in the streets. It was very quiet. And it was boring. I studied alone in my room, on my screen. It wasn't fun. But immediately the lockdowns were lifted. Belgians like drinking, having fun. It was crazy. Like places I think no one lived in. You see them outside on their wings, sitting, shouting, drinking, coming home with wheelbarrows and their friends in it. It was a very wild life. So it was a complete shocker for me, like how people go to be, all calm and orderly to crazy and out there. It has to be the most exciting thing I experienced in Belgium. Or the most exciting thing that happened in Belgium is the realization that seeing other European countries is very cheap. My first trip cost me less than 30 euros. I won't even lie. It was a return flight, Ryanair to Milan, and I stayed with a friend over there, and then we saw the city. It lasted for like 3-4 days, and I came back and I didn't spend up to 50 euros. It's not the same in every other place. You have to plan, budget, save for days to achieve that. So the fact that you have access to all the Schengen areas and it's really cheap to explore was very exciting for me. The next question is, what's the best piece of advice I would give someone considering studying abroad? The first thing I would say is, don't just plan with the first goal in front of you in your mind alone. Now imagine you've achieved that goal, what will be the next? Imagine you've achieved that next goal, what will be the next? So invariably I'm saying, make sure you have an end in mind, a passion that you're working towards, a larger objective that you're working towards. Then you start making those smaller goals to get there. Don't just say because this country offers PR within 2 years, or that country is having the cheapest fees now, and then jump onto that country. Don't do that. Make sure you determine where you want to live ultimately, who you want to be, that's what you want to do for work ultimately, and make sure the scenarios make you happy and you're passionate enough about these things, because this is what will sustain you through the journey, because there's a lot of failures you will face. You can fail your international exams, GRE, GMAT. You can gain admission into that school. The visa might be rejected. You can get into that country and realize that, you can't even get a proper work. You have to do some unattractive jobs for some time to get by. There's a lot of hurdles that you will face, and what keeps you is if you're passionate enough about your end goal. Everyone's journey is different. Make sure you know the exact one that is for you. If you don't know this, sit down back in the country, save money and figure it out. Next question, what do you miss most about my home country? I like Nigeria. Nigerians know to have fun. And I think that's what I miss most about it. Going dancing. I'm a fun-loving person. I love people. I love being around people. So that's the one thing that I miss most about Nigeria. The ability to just carry your bag and go and see someone and spend time with the person, or go out and dance and come back home and chill. I miss that a lot about Nigeria. Here, you can do that. It's a little bit different because people have more structured timing. They run shifts. Some people work nights and they're working 12 hours. They need heads up before you just show up in their house. Next question is, how do you handle homesickness? I miss my nieces. Oh my God, I miss my nieces and my nephews so much. How I handle not being around these people is I try to call. I call when I'm feeling homesick. I call when I'm feeling the type of way about not being around people that I love. What else? And the thing about the media space is, even if you're abroad, you still have Nigeria media. So Insta blogs, the Mazi, Mufasa, currently VDMs are trending, everybody's trending. We follow trending news and see what's happening, and follow the new slangs and whatever. Yeah, so it doesn't feel like I'm not in Nigeria when I pick up my phone. It feels like I'm in the middle of Nigeria when I pick up my phone. So. Next question. What are the essential items you packed that have been a lifesaver? I'm talking on one of the essential item right now. My camera. I bought this camera in 2018 and it's been a lifesaver. I wanted to leave it or sell it then, but something said carried, and it's been one of the most valuable piece of love you camera. One of the most valuable piece of item I've ever owned. I'm not somebody that carries too much stuff. I usually just sell, resell, or give out before I move. So take the things that you are passionate about. Yeah, that's one of them. Then don't take too much food items. Learn to eat the food that they're eating where you are going to. The best way to become broke is to say you only eat home food, because you pay for imports, preservation, storage, everything, and you don't want to live that life. What else did I bring that was great for me? Something I always bring from Nigeria that I always import is my hair extensions. I like braids, I like dreads, I like faux locks, I like anything that looks African. I like experimenting basically. So the ones you get here are not made with so much care. They don't last as long as the ones you get from home. So I can give a plug if you want. I buy from home. I still buy from home, just keep it, and then when anyone is coming, they bring it for me. So that's one thing I think is very important. Your SIM card. Bringing your Nigerian SIM card here is also very important. Not just because you'll be able to have control over your bank accounts, also because it's like an identity. You don't want to lose that identity. The way Nigeria did it is weaved to your NIN, is weaved to your BVN, is weaved to a lot of things, and you need to have control over these things. So your SIM card, things they are passionate about, and your beauty products. What are your favorite local foods so far? My favorite local foods so far. A sandwich with charcuteries, or the hams, the slices of turkey, chicken, and then with the cheese, and melted cheese, kind of cheese that you want, and your vegetables in a nice baguette or any other hardback bread that's brown, really tasty. It's something that they eat in lots. They eat for breakfast and lunch, and I find that I actually like them too. And what's the education system like compared to back home? Education system here in Belgium is what you give is what you, so you have to engage, you have to show up, you have to research, you have to study. You can these people, you can bubble people at home because all you need is to study abstract and equation. But you have to study and get the nitty-gritty of the gist, and you have to interact with your lecturers so that they will know you. In Nigeria, you would maybe want to hide away from like meeting lecturers. Maybe as a female, you don't want attention on yourself. But here, if you want to be considered as somebody knowledgeable, you have to engage with your lecturers, and that way, when they have opportunities, they will also give to you. Yes, you can't just ghost it, just go in and out without nobody noticing you. They will, and then make sure you show up online. There are tracking systems that track what you're engaging with your content. It's not like that in Nigeria. What else? There's a lot of respect here. The power dynamics is not that much. You call them by their first name. They respect you. They don't just, lecturers, if you are late to their class in Nigeria, they'll cancel you out or whatever. Lecturers here, they barely do that. You can come into the class, sit down. So I just afford them that same respect as well, because respect is reciprocal anyway. So far, that's the questions. That's my answers. Good luck with your application. Thank you.